Hey everyone, welcome back to New Release Today. My name is Brian Ford, and thank you for joining us as we talk to some of your favorite artists in Christian music and people behind the scenes to the media that is impacting you, your family, in faith, in fun, and just all the cool ways that God's using it. Today, we have one of those people who is behind the scenes on one of my favorite shows happening right now. My family loves it. I've loved the book since before it was even a show, and now seeing how it's grown. Season 3 just dropped. We're here with Brock with Wingfeather Saga. How are you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, Braden. Thanks for having me. Excited to talk about the new series coming out.
Of course, man. Always love talking with you. Like I told you before we started the interview, this is actually the third time, but first, like actual proper conversation, we're talking about this show, which I love it, man. It's so cool. We keep running into each other again to help support this show and just all that God's doing through it, which has been so cool to see.
Yeah, no, thank you. So excited to be back with you and here with season three.
Yes, definitely. That's so exciting. For all those tuning in, can you give us a quick introduction to who you are and then what Wingfeather Saga is?
Sure. I'm serve as one of the executive producers on the Wingfeather Saga animated series, and we have been adapting Andrew Peterson's beloved book series into this animated series, and now are releasing season three. So we make this show here in Nashville, and have built a whole team of talented artists and animators who are based here or based around the world to bring this series to life. And so excited now to see it in its third season. The stakes have increased. The family is on the run, and it is an incredible family experience.
Definitely. I was honored to be able to see most of this season so far, and it's incredible how this show continues to progress. Season 3, pretty much the most daring, adventurous, and high stakes season yet of the show. What was it like diving into actually, transcribing from the books to this, getting the whole journey, the whole feel of season 3?
Yeah, Brandon, I love that you guys have had read the book. So you're coming in an understanding of adaptation and kind of how the animated series really tries to stay close to the books. And there's several nods to book readers, subtle jokes, little things there too. But it is also done. The animated series is done in such a way where anyone who hasn't experienced the books can dive straight in and experience the world of Air We Are and the adventure that is the Wingfeather Saga. So season three, for the book readers out there, basically takes place at the end of book two, when the family goes north and into the ice prairies. So a whole new location from season one and season two. Season two, that we saw the family split apart; they were separated, and so season three is largely about them trying to pull back together. Which is a relatable story for many of us. With different family dynamics and things where often we get scattered. But what's it look like to pull the family back together? And there are new challenges, new locations, new villains that the family has to overcome as they pull to be back together.
hmm I love it. The story is just so well done. Like Andrew, when he wrote these books, it's incredible how far it's reached and impacted so many people. And the show continuing that impact and everything. Why do you think the show has so much, reach and resonates with so many people, especially families?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. It has been a book series that families have loved reading together, often before bedtime. Really bite-sized chapters, always with a cliffhanger at the end, leaves you wanting more. And what we found with the animated series is families are watching it together and treating it as a family movie night. And so, like the books where it's brought the family together, the animated series is doing the same. And like you experience, and like I experience with my family, it's a unique thing to find something that we all love and like watching together, and can relate to the characters involved, relate to some of those storylines, even though it's bringing us into a whole new world of fantasy adventure. And in season three, it's more of what we've experienced in season one and season two, where there's more characters for kids and families to see themselves in, and whole new worlds that haven't yet been revealed in the series. And so that's one of the things that are exciting to me is those, especially those families who have read the books together and now watch the series together. This is an invitation for family movie night, or if you are a lover of fantasy, a lover of adventure stories, this is for you. We've even started screening the show at colleges, so we have a whole tour of college campuses that we're doing. It's been so fun to see 20 somethings who already love this series connect with the animated series and the characters involved.
That's so cool. I love that. Especially again, just to see people, react to it in person. I had the honor of being there at the premiere of the show, which was 10 out of 10, like mind blowing experience. I've never been to a premiere that was so invested in just the whole feel of it all. That was such, fun for families, fun for everyone involved. It was incredible. What was it like putting on that event?
Man, I was so glad you were there because it was for those who are not aware, the season three, the family goes to the ice prairies, and in the ice prairies is a city in the ice called Chimera, and Tennessee and Kentucky and this part of the world has a lot of caves. And there happens to be a music venue outside of Nashville that is in a cave called the Caverns. And so this is where we hosted our season three premiere, invited fans to come. Many came in costume. And we were able to watch the first several episodes together and premiere it in a cave. That felt like we were walking into an ice cave or walking into Chimera. And one of the things that is special about this show is there are fans of the series who have loved this story for a long time, and it is a blast to be able to rally them together and celebrate together the love of these characters, the love of this story. And the premiere was kind of a small representation of what that is. For families really around the world who have seen themselves in these characters in this story and have become fans of the series.
For sure. That was so fun, incredible to experience, to be a part of, and meet so many people who just, this show means so much to them and their families. It was so fun. And for all those watching, at the time of recording, my review of the night is in editing, but by the time of release, it will already be posted. So you can read that there. My review of the first two episodes and the whole experience was absolutely mind blowing. And again, follow Wingfeather Saga, follow Angel, follow Brock and the team who are absolutely killing it. Like, I love seeing shows like this really reach people and impact them, especially now at season three, as everything just continues to progress. The story gets even better, in my opinion. What would you say, Brock, is a part of season three that has stuck with you the most, or really, moved you the most from being a part of it?
Yeah, I think some of the characters that were kind of on the sidelines a little bit in the first couple seasons really step into their own in season three. And we think about characters like Gammon or Marilee or Sarah, who we've met in the prior seasons, but we get to really experience them in a fuller capacity here. And I think fans are going to love connecting with those characters and seeing how their stories play out. And then our core cast, our family, these kids are growing up and they are stepping into their own, and there's a certain level of maturity and ownership that they have that they maybe didn't have in their innocence that we saw in season one. And so I think as fans, as families, it's a treat in season three because there's a character kind of for everyone, a character where you'll see yourselves in those characters and want to journey with them deeper as the series progresses.
Agreed very much. I love that, especially like the
And then
kid.
you have all the silliness too. We can't like, put that aside because at the end of the day, Wingfeather Saga has a goofy, a whimsical side to it too, and that's often expressed through the creatures and some of the subtle humor that's happening there too. So, like you experience at the premiere, there's certain moments where there's a laugh out loud moment, and that's for such an intense action adventure fantasy show to have that whimsy along with it is it's like a relief valve. It's so it's sweet and fun to experience as a family together.
100%. There's so many moments watching the show where a laugh escaped me or my jaw dropped in a gasp. Like this show is just so investing for the whole family. I love it. It's really, you guys found a sweet spot, I believe, in making a show that, appeals to kids. It's fun, it's quirky, it's unique, but then also it has so many themes and stuff that stick out to us in our own stories, our own growth and journeys. Like, it's incredible how you guys put this together. What is it that you want people to take away from watching this season in particular?
Yeah, you'll experience it with the family and with the characters, and I think about Nia, the mom character, a lot in season three. And despite being separated from the family, there is still a deep hope and a striving that is below the surface there. That you get to experience her and other characters where it seems like they're up against a wall, there's nowhere to go. There is still a hope that they will be reunited, that they will push through the circumstances that they found themselves in there, and ultimately will help to restore what has been broken in the world. And so it is in that complex kind of happy sad, that we see a lot of these characters, but there's a deep hope that kind of runs under the surface there that I think families will start to experience too and relate to.
Definitely. I love that so much. That's what really makes this show, really not just be one of my favorites, but also really attached to my heart. Just seeing my siblings really relate to these characters, relate to that story of hope. And then finding it in my own journey, like relating to all the characters, the plots, what you see going on. It's so much deeper. It's so fun that whole family can get around. So thank you and the team for creating this show, for still championing it. Like it's amazing seeing what God's doing through it. And I love so much the impact and super excited for all that's going to come with this show. We are getting close to the end of this interview, but one thing we want to ask everyone always before we close our interviews is how can we be praying for you and the team with all that's been going on with this show?
Thanks, Braden. We're just so excited for new families to come and experience this series. And we've provided some great onboarding opportunities for them to catch up on season one and season two because we want people to just jump into season three. So I think the invitation is if you haven't experienced this series, jump in, grab the family together, or pull it up on your TV, watch the first couple episodes, and join the adventure. Jump in there. And if it is a series that you love and that you have already experienced, tell your friends. Expand. We think season three is a great opportunity for new fans and new families to start to journey with the series and experience what we've all been so impacted by with this story, with the books and with the animated series. And then the second thing is this is a very creative, film and animation is a team effort. It is a very collaborative process to actually bring this work to the screen. And for us, it takes almost nearly 100 people, artists around the world, contributing their talents to make this, whether it's the character designer or a technical artist or an animator. There are so many people involved in that process. And so I think for anyone who's interested in supporting arts and championing creative works, I think animation is a great medium to cheer that on too. And so I think keeping the team. I think we have to be mindful about the people who work on these creative projects and encourage them and think about them and pray for them as we can as they do their work, because ultimately it's all those different people's contribution that allows for series like this to exist. And the same thing as you've probably experienced with other interviews you've done. There's teams of people behind these that are contributing that unique skill set that they've developed and that God has given them to do this work.
I love that. Absolutely, 100%. Well, thank you so much again for taking the time to talk with us. And for all those watching, if you've not support the Wingfeather Saga, watch it. Season 3 is incredible. Follow it on all social platforms. You will not be disappointed. And Brock, thank you so much again.
Thanks, Braden. Good to be with you.
Of course, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.